Hello, let's do a 10-minute makeup routine that is easy for beginner, like it's beginner friendly. So here I was moisturizing here and I used Johnson Vitarish body lotion. I love it because it works with my dry skin. It works well with it and it has a nice scent also. When you use it as a lotion, it leaves you smelling nice, and then you leave it to dry. You see my skin is fresh, it is moisturized, and it looks nice. Then I use this primer because I have dry skin. I had this one works for dry skin, so I use a little bit of it, and you use a brush to apply it. I don't know why, but I had people say it's better if you apply your primer with a brush. So here I was using a brush. Then you let it dry. After that, you spray in your setting spray to lock it in again as it dries before you start your makeup. And I used this foundation. It is shade 340, and you use a damp sponge. And you see I'm not using a lot of strength on the sponge. You just like literally dab it a little so that the sponge doesn't suck away all the foundation. It at least gives you a little bit build up. So here I am blending my foundation. The technique is in the blending. You blend it well, and then hapo kwa forehead you don't use a lot of foundation. You use the remaining foundation. That is why unaanzia hapa kwa karibu na mapua ukienda nje. That is, I don't know why, but I learned. I've been learning, and apparently I have really learned. And here I was using blush. I'm not a blush person. I usually use a lipstick. There's a certain lipstick I use for blush. It is not that bright. Then I use that palette for contour. It has a dark shade. I use that for contour, or it can act as bronzing. I don't know. Again, this is something I have seen people do. I am learning, and I have learned that this is how you place your contour placement. If you place it under the lip, it kind of boldens it. It makes it look a little bit bigger. I don't know how, but it brings a shade hapo chini. A shadow, not a shade, a shadow hapo chini, alafu it kind of looks plumper. Yeah, it looks a little bit plumper. And then the forehead, because sisi tuko na veranda ya mawazo, you have to, it is not a question, you have to at least make it look smaller. But I sioni ni kama huwa inafanya kazi because my forehead still looks big. But again, that is my crown. I'm not ashamed of it. I love it the way it looks. Without it, imagine ningekuwa na kaje. So it is okay. So